Yo my people, welcome back to another video. I'm here with another banger. We got the Cow Stack first date episode today. Season 6 for me was probably my favourite and most memorable because this is the first season I actually watched fully from TV. These times I was watching a lot of things on TV as well as a kid, so I was watching things like Britain's Got Talent, X Factor, Big Brother, just everything and anything to be fair, EastEnders as well. But I remember George Sampson winning Britain's Got Talent and I just remember seeing him on Waterloo Road and I was gassed. Let's get into the vid. We first see Kyle at the start of this term in episode 11. He's alongside his mum and his dog Manic and is greeted by Karen, Chris and Adana. Chris tells Kyle that the dog has to wait outside. Kyle hasn't even said a word yet, but he's looking like a menace to society, the way he's just death staring him. He brings the dog in regardless of what Chris says. Kyle tells him he's not leaving him outside and his mum adds her 2p saying that it's his best mate. So then Karen basically volunteers for Adana to look after the dog. So Kyle sends a little threat to Adana about if anything happens to the dog then basically he's coming for her. But she isn't fazed at all and claps back sarcastically saying that she's shaking in her boots. In Karen's office, Kyle's mum claims that Kyle has issues with nerves but no one believes them. Karen points out that he's had a lot of truancy, which he says that he doesn't see the point of going into school because it doesn't lead him to his dream job. They ask him what his dream job is and he says that he wants to be a drug dealer, which leads to him and his mum both laughing and smiling. Adana accuses his mum of encouraging Kyle's behaviour, but he says that if he was good at anything in school then he would stay there. Okay, now where it gets interesting. On his way to his first lesson, Kyle bumps into one poor kid. Chris asks him if he likes cooking and Kyle says does he look like a girl. Kyle doesn't know who Gordon Ramsay is and he tells Chris that he likes girls and fighting. What a simple kid, but then Chris calls him a moron. Chris brings Kyle into food tech with Ruby. She smiles at him and Kyle's like, what are you looking at? Now this is the first interaction between Kyle and Finn. Finn opens his oven and realizes that his food is burnt. He takes out the food without any oven gloves and immediately drops it, leading him falling back into Kyle and making him drop his pasta. Kyle obviously gets annoyed with Finn, saying look what he did. Finn laughs at him and tells him he needs some parmesan on his pasta, and then Kyle kicks the cabinet door to close on Finn's crispy fingers. He's now giddy, so he says to Finn look at the baby, and he goes Finn into retaliating, so Finn starts to throw food at him. Kyle looks for something to throw and he turns to Nate's station where Nate is holding a knife next to the food. A short standoff, no payoff, but it was still tense. They leave the classroom and Josh looks at Finn's hand. Kyle from behind shouts that the two of them might as well kiss. He don't know that Josh already tried that and failed. After Chris intercepts their fight, Kyle says next time he'll smash his face while Finn says not unless he beats him to it. Kyle then meets and speaks to Denzel after Denzel helped him get into his locker. He boasts about his notorious family, about how Sam got kicked out and how Earl was put in prison for murder. He's literally covering the storylines better than me. In his Spanish lesson, Chaska drops a book on the floor by mistake and bends down to pick it up. Kyle says that she can stay there if she wants. She says this is what happens when he's been deprived of female attention for a couple of hours. She asks Kyle if he's done Spanish at his old school. Finn chimes in saying that she's wasting her time trying to teach him. He hardly speaks English, he just grunts. Kyle gets up and he gives Finn one nice right hand and dominates him the whole fight. Josh tries to jump in but he's on 0 health and gets dashed straight away. Finn is getting whooped until Tom comes in and breaks it up and taking Finn and Kyle to Karen's office. In the office, Karen asks what they have to say for themselves. Finn says sorry while Kyle says get stuff and is sent to the cooler where he meets Bex. He asks her what she did and she shuts him down immediately, saying none of his business. He says he got done for fighting, but more time she already knew that. Adana gives Kyle a book to write his feelings in. Adana and the other teacher leave the room. He tells Bex she looks brainy and he asks for her help to write something clever to keep Adana off his back. He realizes she's crying and attempts to wipe her tears. Bex jumps and says, get off me. Adana comes into the room and Bex claims Kyle touched her. Kyle repeatedly says she's lying whilst Bex calls him a pervert. In his meeting with Chris, he tells him that he didn't touch her in a sexual way, but he did try to wipe her tear off her eye. He soon realizes that they don't believe him, so he's not even going to bother trying to add more into the statement. He walks into Finn and says he thought he told him to stay out of his way. Finn says he thought he would have been excluded. Kyle says they should sort it out now, but Finn says he only has one good hand. Kyle says they'll sort it out after school, but with dogs. Kyle is eventually excluded, and after being excluded, whilst leaving the premises, he walks into Finn and Josh. Finn says he couldn't hack it, and Kyle needs to know when he's beaten. He takes the dog from his mum and scares Finn and Josh. Finn asks Kyle if he's going to go scare more girls. He gets angry and asks whether it was Bex who was saying that. He starts to walk into the school with Manic. He finds Bex, calls her a liar and starts to chase her. Bex runs into Cheska's room and she's trapped in a corner. Everyone runs and Jonah is confused and asks what he's doing. Kyle makes her admit he didn't touch her and she admits it and apologizes. Jonah comes from behind and punches up Kyle, and then Jonah, Bex and Cheska escape the room and leave Kyle and his dog left in the room. At the end of the episode, the police take Kyle's dog whilst they restrain him. They put his dog down for being a dangerous dog. He's upset and Adana says he loves the dog and he agrees. Let me know what you think of the video. Personally, I enjoyed this episode a lot. It was a good beginning of the season, of the term. It was a good entrance of a character which was well needed within Waterloo Road as well. I feel like it was good because they set the foundations for what's next to come and what Cal is capable of, and we know already he's going to be capable of way more. That is the end of the video. Make sure you hit a thumbs up there, make sure you subscribe, do whatever you gotta do. Love my people, stay safe and peace.